I'm going to start this conversation with something very interesting. I'm going to talk about onions. You're going to go like, oh my God, well, I'm coming here for an IMG conversation and someone else with a white coat that's supposed to know what the hell is happening. Am I going to get advice from him? And let me tell you why. Onions have a smelly place, right? Like sometimes when you start cooking it, you can cry. You can feel that part of crying then. But at the end of the day, it can work, right? I come from a small city called Mexico City. This small city has around 24 million people there, and I had the pleasure to be trained there. As many of you that have been in many countries and in many places where you have a lot of memories, you have a lot of flavors, and you're already doctors. Who is a doctor here? Exactly. Most of everything that we already passed. You have touch patients, you have things there. But this white coat doesn't represent who you are. Then, Sebas, I'm sorry, I'm going to be stripping here. Then, the important thing here is not that you're a doctor, but who you actually are. I struggle to find on the pathway, and that's the thing that you need to reach today. The pathway of being joyful versus being happy. And I'm going to go back to the onion. We already peeled the first layer. You're a doctor, we know that. We already know that. But what else can we bring to the table? What things we can actually connect to be here? There's struggles. And it's kind of running a marathon, right? I have a beautiful lady over here in front of me that she has all her future the same way that we have it. Then at the moment that we're doing everything, we'll go like, well, this guy actually has so many research papers and they have studied and have sorry about that. And on reality, we'll actually continue to have that feeling. Are we worth it? En familia, you're completely worth it. Completely, you're the best thing that we have. Why? Because you have touch patients. Each of you have had in their social service, in their own countries, moments where there was no medicine, there was no light. And we all have stories about that, right? Where our hands was the ultrasound, where our stethoscope was our best way to detect a murmur that can save a kid's life. And we have all seen it. We didn't need a CT scan. We didn't need a lot of things. But that part is unique to all of us. To all of us. And that's where things start getting interesting. And let me tell you why. Let's start peeling more layers. And my OnlyFans page is ready. You can see it on the QR code over here. And the idea of this is that you actually do not need to suffer.
Keep it going.
Don't tell my wife. Then you don't need to suffer. We're talking about onion peeling stuff. You see all the layers there. And yes, you're a doctor. Yes, you have the experience. But what else will actually make you reach the next step? Your exams, your life, to actually be a doctor and accomplish actually your life here. Then this is what it makes a difference. We're talking about joy versus happiness. Right now, who is happy here? Exactly. What's the difference between joy, being joyful, and being happy? Ready? When you are happy, I'm happy here sharing this room with you. I took an amazing taquito from Venezuela over there, mini arepa, and I loved it, and I'm happy. But if right now a bear, I'm not going to change the animal, but a bear actually falls down from here, hits my head, I will not be happy, right? But the joy of being with each one of them, we're talking about this. Right now you have amazing speakers here that we have been through a lot. We have suffered, we have cried. And right now you see actually the finished product. But we went exactly through the same steps that each of you had. The sleepless nights, the suffering, the economical burden, the family hopes. Sorry, better? I'm going to start with the beginning. Sorry about that one. Then we all have that feeling that we have the family hopes, we have the economical burden, we have a lot of things inside of us that take us over the point. Is it easy? It's not easy. Are we together? Yes. And that's why I actually chose this thing. It actually says unbreakable, irrompibles, and that's what you have done until now. I promise you, we have cried together, we have joyful moments, but this is the only tips that I'm going to give you. Make sure that you are okay. The test, if you don't pass it the first time or the second one or the 404th time, it's a test. There's a lot of pressure, yes. There's a lot of feelings, yes. And we actually were sharing stories on all the headaches that we had during the process. But this is key for all of us. You're not alone. You are not alone. Look around you, please. Take a second, look to your right, look to your left, or the other way around, and see the persons that are around you. Then you need to be seen. You need to be a program that is going to be seeing you, and you need to be joyful. We are here. My information is all over the place. Please come and say hello. I'm based in a Fairclough Health Center that we believe that diversity is the most important thing, and having community of doctors that are out there helping our own communities make a huge difference. Then Dr. Sebastian, thank you so much for the opportunity, and I hope that we see each other next year. And imagine all the peelings that you need to be doing, and I hope that you end up creating an amazing onion dish filled up with joyfulness in an unbreakable dish. Then thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Dr. Shapiro.
Before we continue with our next speaker, I have a little announcement. If someone has seen fashion stolen by any chance, it was somewhere